Alright, so we're installing a fuel line for a regular weed eater here. This happens to be a ryobi. It is a CS30. If you can see that there, CS30. So I already went ahead and put in the fuel filter line, which you can see there where the bulb is. You have both lines that go in for the primer and for the regular fuel. So you see that one's clear. So that one has been replaced. Getting that to that point is not very easy, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how you do this. I bought a little kit here at the Home Depot, a fuel system tune-up kit. I needed the new line, so it came with, basically, this is the primer line, and they give you a little tool here that you thread through the gas tank to allow yourself to hook onto that line so you can pull it up through. Now mind you, that little hole that you can see is where the line comes out of. It is extremely difficult to get the line through. I actually had mine come off and hit me in the face, so we're going to try it again here and I'll show you how to do that. So you're going to take the line here and put it through this hole here. It has a little grip here so you can grab onto it. You'll basically fish this through here. So there's your other end. Has a small hook on it, and I'll show you where that goes. So each line has a pre-drilled tiny hole on it right there, if you can see it. You'll want to hook that little hook into that so you can pull the line through the tank. As you can see here, you go ahead and just stick that on and you thread it through just like that. Now we're going to fish it through the line, or through the tank, by grabbing onto this and pulling it through. The biggest thing here is try and look down into the hole to make sure you're lining it up correctly so that you're not creating extra work for yourself. This part is not easy, but as you can see, I did the regular fuel line just fine, and this is just the other line. Now be extra careful to get it nice and lined up, and then you can just pull it right through. Careful not to pull too far, as you'll pull it through all the way and you'll have to start over again. So we're going to take that line, and now we're going to hook it back onto our primer bulb line that is right there. Now it's a good idea just to pull a little extra. You can see I have it past the actual length that I would need. And due to the fact that there's a small hole in there where we hooked in that little feeder, I'm going to go ahead and cut this line straight so that there's no possible leak. So with just a pair of regular scissors, I went ahead and cut this line from being an angle and having that small hole to make it nice and squared off to put back on to the bulb line. Alright, so I've begun trying to put this back on. As you can see, I have it mostly started, and then you'll just slowly and delicately put it back on, just like that. Now, obviously, you want to get it up as far as you can on the line, and I'll push that all the way up. So now both lines are all the way on, and obviously that clear line I didn't show you, but the same exact process. That is the line that has the actual fuel filter on it, as you can see it in there. You will want to trim that off when you pull it through, because they give you enough for it to almost stick out the very end of the tank. So you'll want to cut it off to where it's just sitting in the bottom of the tank there, so when you have fuel in here, that it's not sitting all the way up here and not getting all the fuel flow. So that is putting on new fuel lines for pretty much any small tank, gas-powered, machine like this. This would work for pretty much anything, but in the beginning I didn't really go through it, but you will want to take that off. I guess you don't have to, but I did take the bulb little plate off with those two screws just to kind of give myself a little more room. And you could also take off this entire housing here if you wanted to, but I just didn't do it just so I don't mess anything up. But both of these lines are ran, and that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.